Norris tech Thompson, 14-4.
Ooh. Let's see what happens here. There were some changes on that first
Let's
match.
play the feud.
Let's play
Ardell Moore.
Come on down. Let's see what happens. Spin the wheel, David.
No whammies, no whammies. Let's go. Big bucks.
Wearing the blue is sophomore from Ohio.
Feels like Ohio's got momentum, though. I mean, even though they lost that match, the last one is a big improvement for them. You know, Minnesota could snap back here, though. They got tech here the last time, 4-1. They can hold it to a decision or get a win. That's a huge switch. Norris
Nice
chasing
shot.
down single legs,
Norris.
chain wrestling.
Good shot.
Just
Dave,
Looking to
Dave,
score here on the end.
I did
Get
notice
his
that you
takedown.
did an interview with Coach Burnett.
I did.
I didn't listen to it, but he was commenting on maybe some of the, I think his phrase was the difficulties of junior duels. Can you expand on what he said? I know that they got Ohio has a lot of kids over at Disney duels right now. I don't know if that played a factor in their lineup or what was discussed, but I'd like to hear, if you can kind of talk about that interview a little bit.
As I was waiting to interview him, he was actually coaching Dylan D'Amelio on a match that he had just lost, and he was coaching him up. And a lot of times, these guys here, it is, hey, just keeping the guys healthy and this and that because they may not be their full-time coaches, but he was not only talking to him about the tactics, but the mentality. And he said, you might get that guy tomorrow. And if you make these adjustments, you're the better guy. And his positivity level was really, I think, you guys are both coaches, positive people. We got a lot of scrambling going on for 3 one-point moves.
Yeah.
We got blue, red, and they've got it's red. So it's 2-2.
Norris is going after the legs. Long, lanky young man.
This does not feel like a match. It was a tech fall last time either. Like Eric said, there might have been some leg laces yesterday or trap arm guts that we didn't see.
Strategies are a little bit different on this one.
Yep.
Yeah, you remember kind of what I prefaced the whole duel meet with was, it's like beating a guy early in the tournament and then having to wrestle him again for third. It's rarely the same match.
Yeah.
Rarely.
For sure.
Maybe that's just what we're seeing here. Just kind of things we already know.
Norris smart, staying grounded there. So we got a stalemate, 109, or 119, excuse me, back to the middle. It's 2-2.
2-2, 1 minute left.
Even though there's been not takedowns, there's been a ton of action.
Norris has been
A ton
clearing
of
that wrist
action
to
that
that
is going to the edge. Wow. Joey Thompson feeding him the hips.
Hips.
Feeding him the hips.
I think that's Norris's go-to shot. I've seen that at least 3 or 4 times from him just in this match alone.
Has Minnesota ever had anybody good in Greco? Do we know this? Do they have guys that are good at upper body in that state?
I think just a few.
Just maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe they know how to bring hips to the party.
Yeah.
It's a great match. This is, I think, my favorite match to watch so far just because these guys are getting after it. It doesn't feel like you know who's going to win. And they're both attacking. But they got different styles, different body types.
High pace. There's a lot of shots, not a lot of points on the board, but these guys are both nice.
Oh! Nothing, though.
Nothing there. Norris is on his belly. See if he can get his knees up.
Oh, nice peel.
There's his. Oh. Nice job.
What a great scramble.
Nice job.
Great scramble.
He went unorthodox on that with the far side leg grab.
Yeah. That's an iconic Tom Brands Olympic picture.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that.
That's a good call.
Probably the first time I ever saw it was when I was a kid, but teenager, but watching Tom do that in the Olympic finals.
Kind of the fandom came out of this on that one, gentlemen. There's some good scrambles going on right there.
Look, we're wrestling
What do you
fans
think
like everybody.
if he didn't throw the Granby on the edge, would he got white paddled maybe?
I don't think there would have been any points on that one.
Not even a 1 for going out?
They were both on their knees, so I don't know. I think it's why it's something good discussion there,
But
tactically, right?
Tactically, but with him scrambling and trying that Granby gave that.
So what's cool about that is Ohio and Minnesota, they're subscribing to this track wrestling coverage. They're going to be able to use that as a teaching point. Say, hey, when you're in this situation, don't panic.
Yes.
Maybe it's 1, maybe it's nothing, but we don't need to, we can challenge the 1. You put yourself on your back there, there's nothing for us to challenge.
Mat situation, understanding where you're at on the mat. Also, understand how much time is left on that clock when you're wrestling. Mat awareness, especially if you go out of bounds, come back in, take a quick look, especially for a short time, understand, hey, I can't do anything crazy here because I still got another 3 minutes to wrestle.
Joey
and
Thompson
again, there's a 4 for
I was about to
Thompson
say,
there. Wow.
he's been doing that snap run through.
Yes.
And this is a guy that got tech
He
fouled
got tech.
yesterday. So we're talking about point swings.
9-2 now. Takedown turn from Thompson. This match is
Over.
tech the other way.
That's not a big swing. It's only, you use Guerrero's term, that's a delta of
That's
6.
a delta?
It's a delta of 6.
Well, let's see. Thompson's here on the edge. He's good.
But you know what happened here? That last move really took a lot of the aggressiveness out of Norris.
Yeah, he's kind of laid back a little bit. He's got to understand. Good little double leg. Thompson, good sprawl. There.
He's about to go Brands again.
Yeah, either Brands or Johnny Thompson on that one. One or the other.
Hey, both of y'all claim that one. He's on the edge here.
See what happened?
And he got it.
He got it again.
That's one.
He got it again. He scored in that same position earlier in the first period on Norris as well. Went to that hip lock, switched hips with him, and the first time I think he
now
planted
it's one
him on his head.
takedown away from being
One
a
takedown
full swing. We got blood.
Blood time here. And
So-
Norris teched him the first time.
So let's
Is that
talk
correct?
about this real quick. Yes. So if you're coaching Norris here, are you saying, I mean, you've got to tell him he's got to get back in the match. He can't be worried about losing by tech. But the scary thing is his margin of error is really small right now.
Yeah, it's small, and kind of what you tell him, chip away at it. There's a minute 53 left. You're down 10-2. You're losing by 8 points. It's a big match for the duel. Chip away at it. Pick your spot. If he gets in on the leg, doesn't have to do anything crazy. If he can secure his 2 points, get it. But if you're in a situation where you need to get one, go get that too.
Here's a situation where where dual meets are different.
Big difference.
Yeah,
right?
Minnesota. Hey, with a minute whatever left here, the tech, yeah, it'd be great. It'd be great. But this is already a huge swing.
Yeah.
So it's
Be smart,
It's
right?
the takedown you feel. It's the takedown. You want to create a scenario, go create one scenario. But we don't need to get goofy and
Don't get takedown and trapped arm and lose this match somehow.
Nice job by
And
Thompson.
run through one.
He ran
No,
through
no,
it.
it's not two
Caught him
yet.
sitting on his
They
haunches.
They
Did they confirm
confirmed
the
it.
two?
It shouldn't have been
Did they
two.
confirm the two? Oh,
That's one.
they
Four.
confirmed the two. Let's see what happened. Match is over with. Thompson caught Norris. Thompson. Oh, they're going to challenge it.
They do need to challenge
They
it.
do need to challenge that. Thompson caught Norris sitting on his haunches, as we would say, and just kind of bulled him over and was able to circle
So if
around.
you're Minnesota, jump in. Or I'm sorry, if you're Ohio, you're challenging that this was one. That's what you want. That it was one when he stepped out first, and it wasn't continuation. And try to keep it where it's a 9-point match. It's a Hail Mary, but it doesn't matter whether it's.
And to play translator for those of you that aren't from this part of the country, haunches is your posterior sitting back on your ankles.
Thank you, California Guerrero.
And I say that because it took me 2 years at Oklahoma State to wondering what the heck is John talking about.
So your haunches.
You mean sitting back on my heels?
Yes, you have your bottom sitting on your heels.
I think I finally just asked him, what are you screaming out there? I don't know what haunches mean.
That is not a good position to be in wrestling, which we just found out.
Call us.
Thank you, Guerrero, for that clarification.
Folks, we got a duel. We got a duel meet.
Swing there.
So here's a good question, and just